Hungarian
Melodies.
Tell us about that.
Well, that was a solo written by Vincent Bach, who is the Vincent Bach that makes the mouthpieces or the company and the instruments. And of course, after I played the solo, I had a very nice letter from Vincent Bach. He was very complimentary about my solo.
Well, I think he said it was the best it was ever played or something along those lines.
I guess, but
you can be modest. I don't have to be.
And here is Dr. Frank Simon to introduce his guest soloist of the day.
The Euphonium is one of the most beautiful voices in the band. I am proud to present a distinguished young musician who has mastered the art of this noble instrument. He is Bill Wilkie, who received his early training in the high school at Van Wert, Ohio. He will play Vincent Bach's Hungarian Melody. Bill, I congratulate you on that superb performance. On behalf of the National School Band Clinic of the Air, I am pleased to award you this gold medal for your outstanding musicianship. We all wish you continued success.
Thank you, Dr. Simon.
We had four broadcasts, which were at Emery Auditorium in spring of 1949, late April, early May.
Which is Central Parkway and Walnut.
Yes, that's where Frank Simon did all of his broadcasts during the days of the Armco Band for about 10 years. And the idea behind this band was it was to be a clinic band, a band that we would play the contest pieces for high schools and colleges, and just as an educational purpose at that time, and that was Frank Simon's idea. And with this band, of course, when he organized this band, there was 3 or 4 of the Sousa men in this band.
Who were they?
George Carey, who was a very fine marimba soloist with the Sousa band and bass drummer for many, many years. I've seen old programs when he was the soloist with the Sousa band. And there was Don Bassett. Don Bassett was a clarinet player from Dayton, Ohio, and he played in the Arthur Pryor band and the Sousa band, and of course the Armco band. Of course, George Carey played in the Armco band too, those years. And there was Bob Cavalli from Cincinnati here, and of course Frank Simon himself was naturally a Sousa man.
Was Bob Cavalli a Cincinnatian?
Yes.
And he was in the Sousa band?
He was a short time because he was younger than.
What was his instrument?
Flute.
He's a flute.
Some
other famous local notables was Gene Blee.
Yes, Gene Blee is on these broadcasts. And
Gene Fry.
Gene Fry, a president of our local union. And let's see.
I have Eddie Weibolt.
Eddie Weibold.
Was
the timpani player in the
band.
Vern
Reynolds.
Vern Reynolds was an excellent horn player. Played first horn here in the orchestra for a few years after we got out of the conservatory, and taught up at Juilliard School of Music.
So Mr. Simon's band here was made up of CSO members, of CCM students such as yourself, and other professional musicians in the area.
He used a lot of the local people. Herb T. Meyer who played in the orchestra for many years, and Ernie Glover, of course, on trombone. Ernie was Frank Simon's business manager for many years.
I don't know that I knew that.
Oh, yes.
I see.
So Ernie played in the band, and
so you would rehearse Sunday morning and perform live coast to coast
on Sunday afternoon. That was broadcast. This particular recording was broadcast on what was then the Mutual Broadcasting System. Yes.